Guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. So sorry that lately I've been doing a lot of Lego content. Just kind of was doing my thing with that for a while, but I'm back with a bit more military videos. Today we're going to be talking about the 1943 shovel. Now, if you were around my channel early on, like the first month or two of it, you'll remember I did one on the 1943 already, but it was about the 1943 and the 1969 style shovel. So I'm doing one specifically on the 1943 style shovel and one on the 1969 to separate it, since it's been a while since that video. That was like technically my third video, but I believe now that's technically my second, because I privated my second video, which was a canteen video, because I wanted to update it, and there was information in there that I didn't really want, so I was like, you know what, I'll private that one. So this is technically my second video on the channel, which I will link that one. Not this one video is not my second. That one that I did that I'm talking about is my second, if you know what I mean. But I'll link that one in the comment section, in the pinned comment. But we're just going to be talking about my two 1943 shovels. Now, this one is unfolded. This one is folded up in its little case, because this one is literally, this is the setup they would have during World War II. Like, I mean, some soldiers would probably go and cut it down even more. Sorry, I'm going to move this over here. I can't hold that at the same time. But they would, like, cut it down even more than this, because before this, they were still using the T-handle shovel. So, you can see how easy it is to take the cover off of this. Let me put that back in real quick. Yeah, if it wants to go back in, jeez. I've been having trouble getting this thing back in. I don't know if there's actually a trick to it or what. There it goes. I guess there is a little bit of a trick to it. You gotta line it up. You can see this is how it goes in. And then I slide the case down like so. Down the handle, and it comes right out. You can see on the back it's got hooks. It's got the World War I / World War II style of hook on the back. But I mean, World War II style technically, because they didn't use this shovel in World War I, so, you know. Because in Korea, they still use that hook, this little hook on the back, but after Korea, they would switch to the, like during Vietnam, they switched to these little clips. So, but this is actually a bit dusty and a bit dirty. As you can see, I probably need to clean it. That is actually kind of disgusting, but I mean, I think it's dust or something. I don't know. Might be dust mixed with like dirt or something. I don't know what that is. But actually, for this being like, let's see, this thing's from 1945. That's like 80 years old now. I mean, both my shovels I have are technically the same for the 1943 shovels, but they're technically not at the same time. But that's just because my other one has rope on the bottom, which I guess was done post-war or something. I don't know if a soldier could have actually done that during the war, because I mean, maybe a Marine or something could have had this, and like he just got access to some rope and did that to hold it better on himself somehow. I don't know. That's my guess. I wouldn't know. I have never seen that before. Never in my life. But this is how it looks. It's kind of tall looking, but like it's really not. I mean, seriously, you think it's not that big, but I mean, when you're carrying it on like your hip or your back, it probably is. Back, maybe not so much, considering they would really carry it like something like this. Probably kind of harder to show. They would carry it like, I think, around right there. Obviously they'd have a pack on, so it wouldn't be that close to their back, but you get what I'm saying. So the thing with this foldable shovel is this has this little thing here that you can do to fold the shovel whichever way you want. So since I already had it unfolded, let me fold it back up real quick without actually hurting myself, because I'm not gonna lie, done that before with one of these. I probably do need to oil this thing up, because this is a fairly rusty shovel. I have not been taking good care of them, and I sadly probably need to, because I absolutely have not been paying attention to them. But I think it's cool because both of them still have their original like green paint. Like this one especially, this is probably like the best one that I have. I mean, it's got rust down there, but I mean, that's just expected, you know. But I think it's just a beautiful shovel, in my opinion. Probably the best US shovel ever made for collecting value for me. But if you're telling me, out of all the US shovels, which one would I rather carry into combat, it would probably end up being the 1969 style with the basically the tri-folding shovel, which was used during Vietnam. That was adopted in 1969. This one was adopted in 1943. They started making these in 1943, but not in big of numbers as they would be in 44 and 45. 45, I feel like, is the most common year I've found. 43, in my opinion, is the rarest year. And 44 is like a mix between them both. It's rare, but it's not extremely rare in that sense. I feel like the most common, like, makers of the 1943 style shovel, though, is definitely going to be going down to Ames. Because, like, literally, these two shovels, my 1943s, are both Ames. Which I don't know if you can see it there, but if you can, you might be able to make out that it says Ames 1945 right there. US Ames 1945. But I think that overall, this is just a neat little shovel, you know. When you fold it up, which I probably can do real quick. There. This is your first position, just whenever it's folded in your case and all that. And then you put it like this. If you, let's say, want to dig like this, like you want to use it almost like, you know, like this to smack something. I don't know. I don't really know what you'd use it for in that position, but, I mean, who knows. And then you have this position, which is as far as it goes. I'm not tightening it because I really don't want to, because then I have to untighten it, and I honestly don't feel like untightening it and everything. But that's just because I got to go over the next shovel, so, you know. But you can see, literally, it's got like 3 different positions. The closed position, this position here where it's pretty much level. Then it has this position here, which is usually what people would dig with. I don't think many people would want to dig with it in this position. This thing is rusty. Jeez, I just realized how rusty it actually is. Yeah, I definitely need to actually oil that up and clean it. I'm realizing just how bad that actually is. But I'm going to put that back over here. So this is the cover that you'd have for the 1943. Obviously, I can't close it because for some reason this cover does not work as well. This is Atlas Awning 1945. Really nice looking cover in my opinion, despite the fact it doesn't work as it should. But I mean, I don't mind that because, like, really the only thing that doesn't work is that it won't close right here. But I think it's cool either way. It's probably something I wouldn't take if I was to do reenactment one day. If I did reenactment, I'd probably just get a reproduction cover. Because I don't want to ruin a piece of historical history in reenactment. But, like, I mean, if I'm taking, like, a canteen into combat, or not combat, like, for reenactment, then, yeah, I would probably grab, like, you know, something like this or whatever, you know, something that I know fits the period. Like, if I'm doing D-Day, I could grab my 1943 Volrath and my, actually, I don't know if I'd grab this one, but I mean, it's my only one, so I guess it'd be fine. I don't think that really matters too much, but I mean, I'd like it to be semi-accurate, so that one wouldn't really work, but you get what I'm saying. I mean, I've never done reenactment, but, you know, I still think it's cool. But like I said, this one has the rope on the bottom. And this one is also an Ames 1945. Maybe you'll be able to spot it on this one too. maybe not as well, but still really interesting piece. This one's also in pretty good condition, despite someone putting rope at the bottom for who knows what reason, because I mean, really the only places I can recall people carrying these would have been on their hip, which I believe it would have been let me untighten it. Come on. There. Gotta give it a little bit of force, which it would have been carried like maybe around right there, maybe a little lower. I'm not sure. I don't know which part of your hip, how it would have rested on it, but it probably wasn't like that. It was probably more like this or something. But, you know, I mean, you think that goes down. I mean, I'm short. I'm like 5'3", 5'4" in American height standards. So, I mean, that goes down literally just past my knee, or right at my knee pretty much. So, I mean, that's still a hefty shovel, especially if you're walking, you know, trying to go prone quickly, stuff like that, you know. Moving around, it does tend to get in your way. That is why some soldiers, paratroopers, and infantry would go and cut them down so that they could move around easier and all that stuff. But there was 3 different companies. One of them I only have, but yeah. There's Wood, Ames, and AF&H Co., which, like I said, I only have Ames. Don't know, I guess is AF&H Co. They are only 1943 from what it seems like, because that's what they're usually on. But Wood, I know they made 1944, like wood shovels. The company Wood, not, you know, wood. But you know what I mean. I think it's a really interesting shovel, personally. I really like it. Maybe later this week, I'll go over the 1969 shovel again, just to kind of do that. I'll probably link the video again in that one, since it still has relation. And then maybe I'll do one on my, actually 2 on my German canteens, because I did shorts on them, but I feel like they didn't capture them as much as I like, so I think I'd go over it again, maybe capture some other points, stuff like that. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Also, we hit 156 subscribers, but we lost 2, so we're at 154 subscribers right now, with like, I think 64,000 total views. So if you are enjoying this content, you are watching this right now, and you are not subscribed, which I believe around 97% of you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing. We do a lot of this content around here, whether it ranges from Lego builds that I have over there, or it ranges from just all these military videos that I got, or even coin videos. I love depicting stuff like this with like dioramas, you know. Maybe one day I'd actually do like little dioramas like you find in museums, not Lego ones, but like the don't know what you call it, the ones that aren't limited by, you know, the blockiness of Lego, I guess you could say, because the Lego does have its limits to making a diorama sometimes. But yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Sorry if this has been a bit of a long one just on the 1943. I had 2 to go over, so hopefully you all enjoyed it. Like I say, I'll probably have to go and clean those at some point, maybe here soon, if I kind of get to a point to where I'm lacking in content in terms of not knowing what to talk about. Maybe I'll do some live streams where y'all can just join in and just ask some questions about my canteens, or any of my military gear, my coins, whatever it is, Lego builds, and I'll answer them. Maybe if it's a really good question, I will go and write it down and do a short on it, stuff like that. But yeah, right now it's like 5 o'clock or something like that, like PM for me in American time. But not sure when this video will go out, but whenever it does for you, Hope you all have a great day and a great night, great morning, whenever you're watching this. And yeah, see you